Hi gentlemen. So today we're going to be talking about intense, dark, mysterious, sexy, alluring fragrances for men. But the key word in what I just said is intense. These fragrances that I'm about to speak about all have a very intense character. They're very dark, very mysterious. They're the sort of scents that really leave an impression. Like all of the fragrances that I'm about to speak about, they have that killer first impression. And your first impression is a little bit dark. You're a dark character. You're a mysterious guy. Your fragrance game is on point, but you definitely like to push the boundaries with your scent. So these are the fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. The first fragrance that I'm going to speak about is none other than Oud Maracuja from Maison Crivelli. I see a lot of gentlemen talking about this fragrance on TikTok especially, and it deserves all of the love, the buzz that it gets, because this is absolutely incredible. Oud Maracuja is this really dry and slightly smoky oud fragrance with a very vibrant note of passion fruit in here. So the passion fruit brings something sweet and playful and slightly tart and sour, but then you have that beautiful contrast of the dark, smoky, woody oud in here. Now the oud is not animalic, it's more of that kind of dry, leathery oud, like in Ombre Nomad from Tom Ford. It's not that kind of skanky animalic oud. It's more of that dry, woody oud in here, and it just smells spectacular. I love as well the fact that the passion fruit, that kind of sweet, fruity passion fruit note, it stays throughout the entire wear. Like you always have that kind of fun, fruity sweetness in there. Not too much, like it doesn't smell too fruity, but it's just an amazing combination of that passion fruit note mixed with the dry kind of smoky oud. It's gorgeous, totally recommend it. Amazing longevity and projection. You guys, all of the fragrances in this list, I don't need to keep repeating myself, all of them have fantastic longevity and projection because they are utilizing more of those intense notes like oud, like leather, like spices, amber, etc. So Oud Maracuja, a 12 out of 10. Believe the hype on this one. It is a fantastic fragrance. And also, you guys, do not sleep on Oud Stallion. Everybody sleeps on Oud Stallion, mostly because of the name. I feel like the name is slightly off-putting because you think that, well, in my mind, I kind of thought it would be like a skanky oud because it's stallion, so it's like horse. I don't know, I felt like it would be a little bit unapproachable, but in fact, it's the total opposite. It is a fantastic, really opulent oud, leather, smooth, sweet, just incredible combination. So definitely check out Oud Stallion as well. But Oud Maracuja, I think, is a little bit more appealing to all of you that want to find, I don't know, you want that really dark, sexy character. I think most of you will love Oud Maracuja. Tony Iomi from Zerof. Of course, this one is going to be here. I adore this fragrance. It has such a complex and dark just character to it. Tony Iomi is this beautiful, beautiful blend of patchouli, caramel, passion fruit, leather, rum, woods. It is just gorgeous. I would say what you get is that passion fruit note, so you definitely get something kind of tart again and a little bit playful in the opening. You do feel a sweetness overall, like the caramelized sort of sweetness going on, mixed with a booziness, a leatheriness. You have the woodiness underneath. It's just wow, like wow, wow, wow. Oh, and there's also a very prominent note of patchouli in here, so make sure that you do like patchouli, but it's just a fantastic fragrance, you guys. So sexy, so addictive, and so alluring. This is the type of scent that I would recommend you gentlemen to wear out at night. I would not necessarily wear this one in the day because it's a little bit polarizing, but in a good way. Like it's very like sexy, look at me. I would suggest wearing this one at night. Definitely for like a night out, like a fun night out, a lounge, even something more formal, you could pull it off. It's just a fantastic fragrance from Zerof. Amazing longevity and projection, around 10 plus hours with a beautiful projection. People would definitely be able to smell you, most probably compliment you. I got a lot of compliments when I used to wear Tony Iomi. I do want to put Ombre Nomad in this video because I love Ombre Nomad. I love smelling it in the air. I love smelling it on a man. It's just a fantastic representation of a wearable oud scent. It's Truly incredible. You have this really dry, woody, smoky, leathery, airy, mysterious oud fragrance, and I feel like it was one of the first oud fragrances that really caught the attention of like Western consumers. Like, I know that a lot of you guys watching that are into fragrances, maybe you've smelled Ombre Nomad, or you know someone that owns it, or you own it yourself. It really is like a pioneer in the Western oud fragrances. So I really respect it. It smells incredible, you guys, like really incredible in the air especially. It has, yeah, that dry, masculine, smoky oud. It's not sweet at all. This is a very woody, dry, slightly, yeah, like smoky, leathery oud scent. Doesn't smell animalic at all. It's very buttoned up, very sexy, very dark, very cold, and it's just gorgeous. Again, fantastic longevity and projection. This one's gonna last about 10 hours, maybe even more. It's fantastic. You're gonna get compliments, you're gonna get noticed. I would recommend this one maybe for more of a formal situation. I do feel like there is not much of a playful character to this scent. It's quite a cold, like detached fragrance. Like, there's nothing sweet and edible about it, so it's not very fun. I would say it's more for like a formal situation, whether it's, I don't know, a black tie event, or I don't know, you have a business thing. I would recommend wearing Ombre Nomad. It smells, wow, gorgeous, really classy fragrance. One of my absolute favorites. We have African Leather from Memo Paris. I love this scent. You guys, if you trust my advice, go and smell this one. It is spectacular. What you have with African Leather is this dry, spicy, ambery fragrance. I would not really say that this is like a leather forward scent. I would say that this is like an ambery fragrance, a spicy, dry amber. It is gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous, super addictive on the skin, full of spices. Like, I love the opening of this fragrance. I love everything about this fragrance. It's so spicy, but in a good way. It's not the sort of spice that is like cumin or like something kind of disturbing that smells like cooking. It's not like that. This is a very like refined and sexy spice that really captures your attention. Spicy, ambery, dry, just gorgeous. Like, I cannot say enough good things about this fragrance, you guys. It does something to me. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's so classy, so sexy, so refined, but it gives off that dark energy. Like, it's not this playful bubblegummy guy that smells sweet and fun. This is like a guy that is like unattainable. You're kind of scared to approach because he's so good looking and he has such like a strong, bold personality. That is African Leather. Amazing longevity and projection once again, around, I would say eight-ish hours, I would say, for this one, with a softer projection. It's a bit more intimate, but people can smell you for sure with this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I love it so much. A recent discovery, but like, I am shocked at how incredible this scent is. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know if anybody's spoken about this yet, but wow. This is from a brand, a niche brand called Adamo, and this is number 5. Now, I have 2 other fragrances from this brand that I like, but I was not as blown away as I was with number 5. What on earth they did with this scent is just crazy. This is so captivating. You guys all need to try it if you wanted something. If you're really into niche fragrances, you need to try this scent. But if you want something dark, commanding, woody, powerful, please guys, trust me and pick up at least a sample of this scent. I'm gonna go ahead and read the notes actually. You have coffee, ginger, leather, oud, dark chocolate, more oud, sandalwood, and tonka bean. I would say what you get is exactly that. You see the notes? That is exactly what it smells like. For me, I get this really dry, woody fragrance, like this dry, woody oud with this, I do feel the chocolate in here. Like, I have to say, I do feel the chocolate, but in a savory way almost. Like, it doesn't smell gourmand and really sweet and edible. The chocolate and the coffee combined create this just incredible and captivating essence in this fragrance. You have this really deep and dark, mysterious woodiness, but the coffee and the chocolate bring this contrast that is super interesting. And I'm just obsessed with it, you guys. Like, I cannot tell you how incredible I think this one is. like I said, if you're into niche, like you like Tony Iomi, you like niche fragrances, it's something that you enjoy collecting, definitely check this one out. It's a standout fragrance. And also if you are looking for something a bit darker and more interesting of a scent, you must try this. It is spectacular. This one is going to last all day on your skin, around 10+ hours, with a nice projection within your arm's length. It has great longevity and projection. The situations and occasions I would recommend is probably something more the night out. I would say more of like a nighttime setting for this fragrance, but I also think that it would be incredible in the fall and winter. In the fall and winter, you can wear this one day to day. It's just gorgeous, you guys. But I especially think that this one shines at night because it has something really sexy and dark about it. So Adamo, number 5, I adore this fragrance. Like the second that I smelled it, I remember my reaction. I was like, wow. Wow. Another fragrance that I absolutely love and I have been speaking about for years is Andy Tauer's Accord du Desert. This is one of my favorite spicy amber fragrances. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's just a masterpiece of an amber scent. This is a very dry, spicy, slightly sweet amber scent, very woody as well. It has this really dry, woody aspect to the fragrance, mixed with those spices that are very pointy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the spices, they're very sharp. And then you have this beautiful, just beautiful amberiness in here. It's just wow. Like, really, I would consider this fragrance a masterpiece. And I will tell you guys something right now. What is very surprising is that I always get a compliment when I wear this fragrance. I am telling you guys right now, every time I wear Accord du Desert, I get a compliment. I don't know if it's because it's so strong. It's a very strong fragrance that's gonna last on your skin 10+ hours with a pretty big projection actually. But I don't know if it's that or it's the fact that people just love the way that it smells, but I always get a compliment. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Really recommend it to you guys. A really spicy, dry, woody amber that is just the epitome of niche. It is just perfection. So I love this fragrance and I really recommend it to you guys. If you want something dark, intense and powerful, this one right here. Another fragrance that I'm obsessed with for this scent category is Trace from Scentologia. For me personally, this is the best fragrance from Scentologia. Fight me on it. I adore the way that Trace smells. I absolutely adore it. What you have in Trace is oud, orris, rose, juniper. It is this gorgeous, clean oud fragrance. The orris is so beautifully done in here. Like when somebody is wearing it, because I make Pierre wear this one all the time. Like whenever he tells me, Demi, pick my scent of the day, I always ask him to wear Trace, because it smells so captivating in the air, you guys. Trace reminds me a little bit of Perfect Oud from Maison Sur. They're definitely different enough to own both, but I just adore the way that Trace smells. I love the orris in here. It brings something like creamy and just very like luxurious about the scent. The oud in here is very polished. It's not animalic. It's not dirty. It's a very woody, clean, slightly smoky oud that you have in here, and the other notes are just so complementary to the scent. It's very airy. There is a beautiful airiness to this fragrance, and I am telling you right now, the longevity and projection on this one, whoa, this is going to last on your skin 10+ hours with a big projection. People are going to be able to smell you, compliment you, because it has this really captivating DNA. I can promise you guys that you will get compliments with this one. Like, I'm looking at you right now. If you wear Trace, you will get compliments. Be prepared to get compliments with this one, I promise you. It has something very appealing about it because it has the oud, but again, it's not dense, it's not thick, it's not animalic, it's nothing. It's this beautiful, airy, almost clean oud fragrance, and it is wow, like a 12 out of 10, you guys. So really, I recommend Trace from Scientologia. It has something very sexy about it. I actually recommend that you guys wear this one in the day as well. It's not too heavy to where it can only be worn in the fall, winter, and at night. This is the type of scent that, depending on your taste, you could potentially wear this one all year round because it has an airy quality to it. It doesn't feel thick, it feels very airy. So you could potentially wear this one all year round, just depends on your personal taste. So Trace from Scientologia, cannot go wrong with this scent. If you like perfect oud, you will love Trace. Oh my gosh, you guys, this fragrance is addictive as hell. Lorenzo Pazzalia. Wow, Vampiro, it blew me away. I think a lot of people talk about Sugar Kisses, the vanilla from them. Vampiro is where it is at. Quote me on that. Vampiro is where it's at, you guys. This stuff, like, shockingly good. This fragrance is a lot of vanilla. You have a lot of vanilla in here, blended with some caramel, patchouli, rum. And I also pick up a slightly chocolatey facet from here. I definitely pick up like a little bit of cacao or something a bit chocolatey in here, but it is spectacular, you guys. Like, I am not joking. If you wanted to try something from the house of Lorenzo Pazzalia, and you like fragrances like Tony Iomi, like you like Tony Iomi already, try Vampiro. They do not smell the same at all. Trust me, they do not. But you will definitely like Vampiro if you like Tony Iomi. This is a very dense, decadent, rich vanilla with this slightly chocolatey vibe. A lot of patchouli in here, like a lot of patchouli. I think there's tonka bean as well, caramel. Wow, like wow, 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 wow. And another thing I was not expecting is how beast mode this scent is. It lasts on the skin around 10 plus hours with a pretty good projection. It is a fantastic fragrance, you guys, like absolutely fantastic. Amazing, amazing juice. Vampiro from Lorenzo Pazzalia. Next up, we have a fragrance that I spoke about quite a bit last year, and I hope that more of you guys have tried it because it's one of the most captivating fragrances that I have ever smelled in my life. This is Umeris from Soul of Makeen. Umeris, you guys, is this just magical blend of... I cannot even describe the scent. I don't even know how to do it justice. This is a beautiful, complex, woody fragrance with a sweetness. I think you have some immortelle in here, which brings a little bit of like a honeyed woody effect. It's a sweet, woody fragrance with a little bit of spice, something airy. Oh my God. Like, I know, guys, that my reaction, I'm not really giving you much details of the scent, but I cannot help myself. This is one of the most captivating fragrances I have personally ever tried, and I really recommend that you just pick up a sample and try it yourself. This is wow. Like, this is a wow fragrance. This is the sort of fragrance that blows you off of your feet when you smell it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It is absolutely spectacular. Umeris from Soul of Makeen, it's one of my absolute favorite fragrances on my partner. When he wears this, I cannot stop smelling him. Like, I continuously go into him to smell him, to take more of the scent, because it's just incredible. Like, really an incredible fragrance from Soul of Makeen. Amazing longevity and projection once again. I've smelled it mostly on Pierre because he's kind of claimed this as his scent, so I don't wear it myself, but whenever I've smelled it on him, it's been there around 8 hours, I would say, with a really nice projection. Just try it. If you guys trust me, try this fragrance. You will thank me later. It is truly special. Next up, we have a fragrance from Rosendo Mat. This is number 4. Number 4, let me say that again, not number 5. I am not the biggest fan of number 5. There is a weird note in there, like a plasticky, petrol-y sort of note that I don't like. Actually, I don't like it at all. I love number 4. Number 4 is really underrated, and I recommend that more if you guys check it out. If you trust my taste, you'll really like this one. This is a very beautiful, woody, leather, smooth, slightly nutty fragrance, and it is just gorgeous. If you like Oud Maliki from Chopard, Juicebox, Big Cafe, I'm not saying they're the same, but if you like that really smooth, woody fragrance with a slightly leather vibe, you do have to like leather, to appreciate this one, you're going to love it. This is masculine, this is commanding, this is very sexy, but the fragrance you would think is a little bit more aggressive considering what notes are inside of here. Oud, leather, I think there's a bit of patchouli or something. There's a lot of woods in there, but I'm telling you right now, guys, like this fragrance is really smooth. It's really smooth and well-rounded and quite warm in a way. It's this creamy, woody, slightly leathery, nutty fragrance that just feels very warm, very rounded, very cocooning, and it's just beautiful. I feel like this fragrance is actually quite appropriate for business settings. Like I do feel like this could be a nice, maybe not office, but it could be a nice office scent. It could be something a little bit more formal, a little bit more buttoned up. I really adore the fragrance. I think it smells fantastic, especially on men. Longevity and projection is good. Maybe not as good as some of the other fragrances in this list. I would say you get around 7 hours of really good wear with this one with a nice projection. People can definitely smell you. So number 4 from Rosendo Mat, definitely check this one out. It's really underrated from the house and absolutely addictive and sexy and dark and just everything. Really great scent. And finally, you guys, we have the newest release from Pantheon Roma, which is called Nerone. You guys, I smelled this at Milan when I went there for Essence and I was blown off of my chair from this scent. Now, please keep in mind that this fragrance has a little hint of something dirty. Just a hint. The perfect amount of dirtiness is in this fragrance. And the dry down is absolutely magical. I'm gonna go ahead and read the notes from sniff so that you guys know what's inside. But what you have is saffron, raspberry, coconut, sugar, tonka bean, passion fruit, leather, oud, and vanilla. Now, I would say you definitely pick up this kind of fruity sweet opening when you first spray the scent. You definitely pick up that raspberry, but as soon as it starts to settle down, it becomes much warmer. The sweetness becomes more warm, more intense, more burning. It's just incredible, you guys. But like I said, there is oud in here, and the oud is very prominent. The oud is the star of this fragrance. It is the star of the show, and the oud has just a hint, not too much, you guys, don't worry, just a hint of something dirty. So I would say don't blind buy this fragrance. Pick up a sample, or if you know that you're into oudier scents, then definitely get a bottle of this one. I spoke with the brand about this fragrance and they told me that they worked on adding some like clean woody molecules to the base of the fragrance, like Isoe Super. And it's really interesting because that Isoe Super, ambroxan, this kind of clean woody molecules, they start to come out in the dry down. And it's this really interesting combination of a sweet kind of oud with this clean, laundry clean woods. And it's very, very, very addictive, you guys. Super addictive on the skin. Like, just incredible. Like, if you want to make a statement with your fragrance, if you want to be noticed, if you want people to ask you what you're wearing, definitely check out Nerone. It's going to leave an impression. Do I think it will be for every single one of you? No, it's not going to be for the people that wear Terre Hermès and Chanel or Bleu de Chanel. This is for people that actually like to collect niche fragrances, that like to try new things. You must try Nerone. It is really a standout fragrance. I recommend wearing this one in the cooler weather. I think in the heat, it could be a little bit overwhelming, or for something at night, a night out somewhere, maybe a date, maybe something where you really want to leave an impression. Nerone, you guys, is going to do just that. It's a beast mode fragrance. This one is going to last on your skin about 10 plus hours with a huge projection. People will smell you, most probably compliment you, but I want to tell you guys, work with the scent. Let it dry down a little bit. Let the little bit of the skank, little bit of the dirtiness settle, and then you will see. It is gorgeous. If you like maybe the Moon from Frederic Malle, there is a high chance that you will love this one. It is incredible, so definitely recommend. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about some sexy, dark, intense, mysterious, just fantastic fragrances for men. These are some fragrances that I would personally love to smell on men. I like when men wear something a little bit more dark, something with a stronger character. That is kind of what I find very attractive on men. Of course, I love fresh fragrances, I love sweeter fragrances, I love everything, but I do have to be honest, I love when a man wears something more dark. I love it. So that is it, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon.